I'm back. Watched my last video and my voice was a little too high to where it sounded like I was an excited middle schooler. I'm an 18-year-old in college, so I'll be chill today. Try to have a deeper voice, act like I've gone through puberty more than once, and not sound like I'm a Disney Channel character. So on Instagram, if you don't know my Instagram, I'll have it at the end of the video. It is Ryan with an O. Wit. But on Instagram, I asked for, alright, that's too much. On Instagram, I asked, what do you guys want to hear me ramble about? What do you guys want to hear me yap about? What are you guys passionate about? Or what do you think that I am passionate about? So I took a photo here. I have my bullet points on what we're going to talk about. All right, Marvel versus DC. Now, growing up, I was a huge Marvel fan. I remember for my 13th birthday, I actually got an encyclopedia of all the characters. So growing up, Marvel has always been here. But video game-wise, DC has been killing it. I grew up on Injustice 2. I played Injustice 1, but Injustice 2 is beautiful. I have my favorite characters here. You see Deadpool, he's awesome. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds, he has my name. Miles Morales, the best Spider-Man. Because he's black. Yeah, The Flash, Barry Allen, CW. 13th birthday was actually like a Flash style party. It was Flash themed. I had a shirt of the Flash's symbol. My extended family had shirts that said like Star City, or what is it? Star Labs employees. Beautiful. And then Blue Beetle. Just such a beautiful character. Whenever I played Injustice, it was either The Flash, Blue Beetle, or Green Arrow. Now, I don't remember playing any Marvel games growing up. I know I played Marvel vs. Capcom. And for that, I just don't remember who I used, so I'm not going to lie. Next slide. Best music albums. All right, we have a lot. Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler, the Creator. That album by Jaden Smith, CTV3. I should probably explain why I like all of them. Call Me If You Get Lost was a great album, but it wasn't until he came out with his deluxe, with, I think he added 5 or 6 songs where the chords, oh my goodness, they just itch your brain a certain way. Heaven to me, Wharf Talk, which will always have a special place in my heart. What a Day, Dogtooth, even Sorry Not Sorry. That music video was beautiful. CTV3 is an album that showed me that men can be vulnerable. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to cry. That album, you have tracks like Falling For You, where he has Justin Bieber talking about there's only so many minutes in a day and I want to be with you. And then you have 1999 by Joey Bad, which is just an album that I love to skate to. It's an album. First of all, Joey Bad is a great artist. If you want to look at an example of maturation, that might not be the right word, but just maturing within music. 1999 is an album of not kiddish play, but of being in like the youth skate scene and the hip hop scene in New York. And then you look at 2000 and he's talking about Capital Steez's death and how that affected him, and just really showing the maturation process that he went through. And it's such a beautiful album. I definitely say you listen to those 3. The Blueprint 3 by Jay-Z. I just listened to this album maybe a month ago, and the horns on the first, I think it's the second track produced by Kanye. I could be wrong. But he goes, thank you. Don't. It's just listen to the album. The production is beautiful. Mr. Hood by KMD. Now, this was MF Doom's group. before he was MF Doom. Forgot what KMD stands for, but I am a fan. I just forgot. But that's just the album of, I like to take it as there are like these voices, and there'll be like old sampley voices, and I just like to think of it as like a black rap group explaining what it feels like to be black in an era where boom bap was coming up. So it's kind of like if you've heard the song Cool Like That by Diggable Planets, we be the lock what, or we be the rap what, key be the lock, yeah. So definitely check out those top albums. Ada Vista, however you say it. It's just Gambino playing with church chords, and it is Time. I think it's called Time with Ariana Grande. Silo Saibe is so beautiful. I love songs where they paint a picture in your brain where they're telling a story. I'm not gonna spoil what the story is, but it is great. And then I love when feature artists like 21 aren't uncomfortable rapping on certain beats that aren't usually what they rap on. So my only dislike about the song is that they didn't play into, I don't know the name of the song, but towards the end, like the last feature artist, it sounds like a song from like the 80s or 90s, and I don't remember. Um, but I wish they would have played into that more. Next is Cherry Bomb. Now, there are two album covers to my knowledge. There's one where somebody peeing their pants with a cigarette in their hand, and then there's one where he kind of looks like a donut, as if the Odd Future donut or something. And I just like this one a lot more. I don't know why, but I think it's because you take like using the bathroom by yourself to be uncomfortable, but then the cigarette means like, I don't know. I just like it. Sire is another project by Jaden Smith where I won't lie, I've cried to this album a lot for different things that I had going on in my life. And this is an album that I usually go to whenever I'm sad, but whenever you have like a good 5 to 7 minutes to yourself and you're free and you're like, what's a good song to cry to? 90 by Jaden Smith is beautiful. Donda by Kanye West. There was a period in my life where I got so connected to God that I didn't want to listen to like secular music. So I wasn't trying to listen to what I usually listen to. And I was like, I need Christian albums. And Donda had maybe came out a year prior to me having this realization. Now I listen to secular music. But Donda was, well, Junya. And then I listened to it back, and I learned about the part twos. Like the baby snapped on his and that food you or the money you trying to take away from me, I use that to feed my daughter, huh? Oh yeah. Grew up with the killers, the junkies. Mama couldn't say it's because she had to get the Mama couldn't say it's because she had to get the money. It's just wow. And then American Corruption, rest in peace, Capital Steez. I actually had somebody in high school put me on the Capital Steez, and I was a little hesitant because I had heard his features on 1999. He has a track with Joey Bad called Survival Tactics. I was like, okay, he's kind of cool. But then I saw his album and I was like, yo, he's a Nazi. But then I'm not going to explain it because I want you to deep dive into it. But American Corruption, man, he was ahead of his time for what he was talking about. More albums because I love music. I almost said that was called See You Again. Flower Boy was my high school era. I was dressing in pink hoodies and blue jeans, and I was wearing Vans, and I was wearing hats indoors. And like I would tell people I was skating, but I wasn't. I didn't have any tricks yet. My ollie sucked. But Flower Boy was just. I think my favorite track off that album is Pothole. I had to switch gears on swerve left, turn steering wheel on him. Woo! Shout out Jaden. College Park by Logic. It's an album that shows that you never know what will happen in your life. He has skits at the ends of them. And he has a track with the Family Guy dude. I forgot his name. And today is the only day. It's just wow. The Forever Story by Jid is such a beautiful album talking about black struggles, black dynamics. It's definitely something you want to listen to in February. The way that he ends the album with not 2007 or whatever the song was, where it was 7 minutes long with like 10 different samples that didn't come out when the album first came because he couldn't get samples cleared, whatever. Excuse me. Thank you if you said bless you. But it's just a beautiful album. Lauder 2. He has a song where he has so many songs. Even the intro. Forever can't be too far away from heaven. Hang where you are. You are. Everyone's a star. Every day's the move. Everywhere you are. It's just I'm a sucker for church chords because I grew up in the church. So anything with church chords, I'll love it. So if you know any songs with church chords or songs that sample, let me know. Michigan Boy Boat. This was the first album that really showed me the Detroit scene. My favorite track off that album is Hybrid by Babytron. Track 2 got me girl stepping like I'm ball playing. If it's smoke, we consider sauce and crossfade. Snitch gets stitches like that's a lie in it, right? Revenge is another album just like the Forever Story that talks about black liberation, black struggles, as well as black triumph and black success. There, what's really cool about this is that you can kind of see the different artists. Like that's Smino. I know J. Cole is here somewhere, but he might be in this section. Another album by Logic. It's called No Pressure. I listened to this a lot in my earlier years of high school. Um, and it was just so I don't know what it was about this album, but I just have a fond memory of skating outside my house listening to this album, just skating up and down my block on the sidewalk, jumping over cracks and stuff like that, just falling, scraping my knee. I think I even like trying to impress one of my neighbors that I liked at the time. I sent her one of the songs and like she said it was cool. I know she didn't listen to it because at that point she was listening to like Uzi and Yachty and stuff like that. But yeah, No Pressure is one of those ones. Bizarre Ride to the Far Side is an album I grew up on. I remember talking to my dad and he said, Yo Mama was the song I listened to. But now I think it's my favorite songs or my favorite tracks are either Other Fish or Oh, I'm not going to swear. It's Oh Snap. Oh, you can guess. But it's just I like Other Fish because of how laid back and chill it is. And then is I think there are three different verses of just people like messing up. They're telling stories, and I'm not gonna explain the stories because I don't want to spoil it. But it's just the funniest song in the world. And then lastly, you have "And Then You Pray for Me" by West Side Gun. Favorite track is Chloe featuring Ty Dolla Sign. It's the funniest song in the world. Because if you don't know West Side Gun, he's the type. His ad libs are like boom, 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 da da da, like heavy New York. And then he kind of talks with the end, and then you know what I'm saying. It's such a funny album, and I like the track Chloe because that is an album. It's a love song, but imagine mixing girl, I'm trying to take you in these sheets and I'm trying to get to know your name. Yeah, I'm Ty Dolla Sign. My eyes are so pretty. With Boom, boom, boom. You already know I got Coke on the keys, and I got her on the E, and I did a D on the piano with the keys. I pull up with the steez. I got cold like breeze. I'm windy like the breeze, and I'm smoking on the. Well, I don't smoke, but that's how they talk. So when you try to combine Ty Dolla Sign, who likes to sing about passion and love, and yeah, and then you have Gangster. It's just the funniest thing in the world. All right. Orange Cats versus Black Cats. My only knowledge of Orange Cats is Garfield and TikTok, so I'm going to say Black Cat wins. Black Cats are super chill. I've only met one in my life, and at first he wasn't like messing with me, and I don't think he is to this day, but there's a photo of me of him on my shoulder. So that's really cool. So Black Cat wins. I want to shout out my boy, Ja Comics. Hopefully I said it right. Hopefully it's not Jay. Guess it's Ja. My boy Corey makes comics. What I like about them is that integration and representation is important. His characters are black. This looks like somebody I know. That's literally me. And then that's literally somebody I know, I think. Now that's not true, but it could be like I know people that look like this. So it's really one of those mommy he looks like me situations. So go tap into my boy. He has 223 followers. He's only following two people. It's probably himself, and doesn't matter. 104 posts. He sells posters. He sells comic books. We all got to start somewhere. I will always support creative. So if you're watching this and you're creative, DM me on Instagram. I will shout you out because creatives need to stick together. Hot takes. These are all good movies. This is the best movie on here. This is a great movie that I feel like a lot of people have seen. Mr. Peabody and Sherman is a great movie that isn't talked about enough. And this movie is really good. My favorite one is the one where the food is alive. The strawberry. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, Vern, Hammy. Yeah, I'm gonna skip. Okay. What did I say? These are valid childhood crushes. Her name is not Dallas Hall. Or what was that? Bryce Hall. Her name is Bryce Howard. Wait, I need to look this up. I'm gonna butcher her name. Because in the last video, her name is Bryce Dallas Howard, not Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall is a TikToker. Bryce Dallas Howard. She is a valid crush. The girl from Princess and the Frog is valid. Roxanne from Goofy Movie is valid. Aunt Cass unedited is valid. Can we stop acting like Lola is attractive? I'm tired of seeing TikToks of like, oh yeah, this was my first crush. Nothing about her screams, oh my goodness. If we go back, there are qualities in all of these women that make them attractive. For example, I'm not gonna act like I remember anything about Roxanne. She was in Jurassic World and she killed it. She killed it. Never actually seen Goofy Movie all the way through, but I've seen enough edits on TikTok to fall in love. And Aunt Cass, yeah, you already know. Actually, in honor of them being here, these women play a very pivotal, role in my type now. Roxanne taught me that a beautiful smile is everything. She taught me survival instincts. She taught me that being yourself, being goofy is okay. And Aunt Cass taught me that, yeah. Make sure that your woman is caring. Or whatever you're into. Make sure that they're caring. So look, Make sure that this person, she supported, I think his name was Owen in the movie, she supported him no matter what. There will be velociraptors, T-Rexes, T-Rexidactors, T-Rectodactyl, T-Recta, whatever. All of it. I'll drink some more. She'd support him. Roxanne is so cute. That's this one. Roxanne is so valid. She's herself. See the little freckle right there. She got the or freckle or birthmark. First of all, freckles. Let's talk about those for a sec. Freckles. If you have freckles, you win. You win at life. Freckles are so beautiful, and I didn't know that they get better in the sun. It's like a skin pigmentation. I knew that. But if you have freckles, I know this one girl with freckles, and you guys aren't gonna know this girl, but if she's watching this, I'm talking about you. So yeah, with that being said, let's stop saying that Lola is attractive. Let's stop, because I'm looking at these girls and I'm like, whoa, yeah, you got it. You got the sauce. And I'm looking at this fish and I'm like, yo, you did my boy Oscar dirty. All right. Next, PBS/Cubo shows. The Mysteries of Alfred Hedgehog. I don't know why, but this show was just, I always watched this growing up, and now looking back, I remember nothing about it. But I think I'm going to make this skunk my new profile photo because skunks are cool. And if I don't think about it too hard, he kind of looks like me when I wear glasses. Jacob Tutu was fire. Again, this was a show I grew up watching that I can't remember anything about. But there's just something about that art style that's just so visually pleasing. Also, his friend kind of looks like Sheen, which that's not PBS or Cubo, but Planet Sheen was beautiful. Word World. This is where everything in the world was built how it was spelled, like the letters were its organs. Beautiful 321 Penguins, another show I grew up watching that I can't tell you anything about. I know there was a mustache guy though. Rescue Heroes was cool because they had these toys where like the feet were huge, so no matter how you threw it, it would land and it would rock back and forth. Dinosaur Train was one of those ones, but I don't have to speak on that because I feel like most of my viewers know about that. And then I don't even gotta speak on Wild Kratts. You already know. You know, Instagram responses. I wasn't gonna say no to anything. With that being said, digital footprint. I'm not gonna speak on this guy at all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mental health is very important, though. I'll speak on that. You know, I just got out of like a dark time in my life where in the last video I talked about being lonely the last 3 months of college and feeling like nobody cared about me. Now, everyone deals with mental health differently. Me, I dealt with it by seeking God. Now, I'm not saying that you have to, I'm saying it does work. Prayer does work. But going outside and touching grass, I want to create content and I want to be able to create on different platforms, but please know that going outside is so much cooler. Like if I could, this whole situation will be outside. It's just like 70 degrees right now. But yeah, mental health is important. If you don't feel okay mentally, talk to somebody that you trust. It doesn't have to be an adult. They always say find a trusted adult, but sometimes adults don't understand what we're going through. I get it. If you know me and you want to talk to me, shoot me a text, a DM. You know where to find me. I'm sure of it. If you don't know where to find me, you'll know at the end of these slides. I was asked to talk about how relationships have been ruined by modern society. Now, I don't have much relationship experience. I know I tried talking to a lot of people in high school. Looking back, I got screenshotted a lot and sent to the group chat, so that's why this photo is here. I was the guy who'd like shoot a shot over the phone instead of going up to you in school. And like, I'm not saying I was down bad, but like, if you asked me for homework help and we had that one-on-one time, I'd be like, yeah, this girl's cute. And so, yeah, there were a lot of times where I was like screenshotted, but that was also my fault because I was, like the boy who's like too nice, just like, whoa, chill, just chill. That's how I was. So a lot of nights I was like this, like, yo, what did I do wrong? Felt like this a lot. Felt like this a lot. One thing I always say to guys, they always say, like, don't go up to a girl in front of her friends. Do it, man. Do it. Approach the girl in front of her friends. Don't be nervous. But I won't blame modern society for relationships. And I can't speak on a female's perspective on modern relationships. So this is an intervention for the men. This is me right now. We as men need to do better. We date to divorce and not to marry. Listen, men, falling in love, right? You can fall in love, you can fall out of love. I'm currently in love. I've been in love since last year, October 2023. I'm still in love. And you know why? That's because I don't date to divorce. Dating to divorce means that, let's say you break up with somebody and then it's on to the next one. No. Dating to marry is either, at least my perspective is, if there's a breakup, yo, how do we resolve this? Or yo, I'm a chill for a bit. But like, I don't know how some of y'all could just talk to multiple girls at once, bro. And then the way y'all be talking to some people's daughters, yo. And that's not to say I'm perfect. I mean, I've texted people a certain way that I regret, and I think to that, if I haven't apologized already, I do apologize. But yo, like even down here, we've fallen in love with TikTok shorts and 360s, and we've fallen in love with physical. And I say we because there was a period where I was included in that. And this slide isn't to bash men or say that I'm better than you guys. I fall short just as anyone does. But yo, man, we gotta do better, dude. And I'm not blaming Kai Cenat or Sidemen. This just a stock photo. 20v1s, what are we doing? What happened to Hi Hello? Why is it? Let me get a 360. Oh my god, she has Get. It's disappointing, guys. Do better. All right, I was asked to talk about WWE. I don't watch WWE, but my best friend does. Did I ask him for help on this? No. So, these are the few things that I know about WWE. Meek Mill is going viral for the way he yelled at get it? The Rock. My bad, bro. To get up. I'm only gonna do it once because if I do it twice, that's Diddy. So yeah, rappers going viral for screaming at him. Now I don't understand why The Rock is the villain right now. I think that's called the Hill, the Hill, the Hill. I don't know if it's Hill or Heal, but yeah, get up. I'm gonna just leave the cursor right there because it's funny. Sorry. Ryan Garcia tested positive for enhancements fighting Devin Haney. That's Tank, but yeah. Speed was fighting in a water bottle, prime bottle. And Will Smith is sad because Meek Mill is getting caught up in the Diddy drama. I was asked to talk about Brent Faiyaz. Brent Faiyaz is cool to me. I like his tattoos. I like his style. I think Wasteland was really good. I like his song with Alicia Keys. Yeah. Can you stop giving him a platform, please? Tired of seeing the same three people get sturdy and do the Juby slide in New York. Acorns. I was asked to talk about acorns. I think acorns are cool. I think this guy from Ice Age has caused too many problems within the world, and I think he's the reason for global warming. With that being said, Bumblebee. I don't know how that's a transition, but it is. I was asked to talk about Transformers, but this is the only one I care about. Growing up, I had like 3 of him. He's so cool. He's sick. I know there are fight scenes that I sometimes watch to this day. He fought somebody on a mountain, got his voice box snatched, almost cried. But his get back was stupid. Yeah, and I like the one where he's a Hellcat or a Dodge Camaro, whichever car that is. Not the old, like, I don't even know what that's called. The Beetle, not the round car. I don't like that one. It's disgusting. All right, thank you AI. I was asked to talk about skateboarding versus snowboarding. Now, skateboarding is fun. I think my biggest fear with skateboarding is falling, but that's okay. We'll all fall one day. We've all fallen short. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, skating is fun. Snowboarding. I don't know. I don't like being cold. I want to move to LA one day or New York. I know it gets cold in New York, but like, I don't like being cold. But I feel like tricks are a lot easier because you're forced to commit. Like, let's say I'm trying to land a kickflip or I'm trying to jump over stairs on a skateboard. If I don't feel comfortable, I can just jump off. If I want to jump over, there are stairs to snowboarding. If I want to jump over stairs, I can't jump off the board. I kind of just have to deal with it. So yeah, skating wins, but that's only because I've never been snowboarding. I don't want to say never. I haven't been snowboarding yet because I know there's like a huge hill in my state. It's maybe like 30 minutes away, and during the winter time, like you can snowboard down it. So we'll see. And then lastly, I was asked to talk about chocolate, and I always say I can't talk about chocolate. Well, I could talk about it, but I already messed up the setup for the joke. I can't eat chocolate because of cannibalism. See, now that just feels, that was supposed to be like the joke to end the. All right. All right. It's another video. Instagram responses. Thank you to all those who responded. You know who you are. I don't want to try and name you guys because I'm going to forget somebody and that person's going to, say something about it. This is Ryan Wittenow on all platforms. Got my TikTok right here. Got my Instagram right here. This is my YouTube, which you're on right now. I need to be able to afford this still. I still can't. So, with that being said, I hope you have a great day. Hopefully everything that I said today touched you. This was Instagram responses. So I'm trying to figure out what slide I should end on for a good thumbnail. Nope, I just see that hurting me in the future. There we go. Alright, with that being said, have a good rest of your day, man. Or woman. Whatever you are. That's it. Thank you.